Hey guys, starting a project I don't really want to mess with right now, but I kind of have to. This is not what I had planned on starting on next, but I've got a problem with the old wood boiler. Sorry about the wind noise, hopefully it's not too bad. Technically I've discovered that I don't actually have a problem with the boiler itself. The boiler seems to be okay. My problem is that I have a water leak, so it's kind of hard to tell. I filled this up the other day and checked it. Usually before I fire it up, I fill it up and turn the pump on and watch my water level for a while and just make sure it's staying put. And it dropped completely off of the sight tube in 2 days, which is not good, especially when there's no fire. So again, I apologize for the wind. I came around to the back and I turned the pump back off and turned the valves off, just to try to isolate the boiler from the lines and from the heat exchanger in the house. And I don't know if you can see, I put a mark there on the tube, and you can't really see, but the water level is staying put there where the mark is. So the boiler is okay, and now I've got to figure out where the leak is. And I'm worried, because I don't really see water in the cellar, I'm worried that the leak is underground. And hi cats. It's about 85 feet from here to the house. That's going to be a lot of digging. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is I'm actually going to make a plate to bolt over the one of the flanges where the pump goes on the line, and I'm going to just drill 2 bolt holes in this, and we'll drill and tap 1 pipe thread hole here in the middle, so that I can put air pressure into the lines and see if I can hear where the leak is, if I can hear it down in the cellar, or if it is, I don't know if I'll be able to hear it coming through the corrugated casing or not. But if I can't find anything in the cellar, then I think that's going to isolate the leak to somewhere in the lines underground. So we'll get started on this. It shouldn't take much. Okay, so I've got my plate installed out here. It's got a rubber gasket underneath of it. We've got an air hose running over to my little air compressor. I've got my regulator on here. We're putting about somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds of air pressure to it. So now I'm going to head down into the cellar and see if I can see anything happening down there. Okay, so we're down in the cellar right now. That's where the lines come in the house. And my heat exchanger is, sorry for the more light. And the heat exchanger is here, and the ductwork just, you know, past the furnace. I don't really see anything. I don't see any drips. I don't see anything going on down here. So I'm not sure. Okay, so I revised my setup a little bit. I got rid of the extra regulator, and I'm just using the regulator on the air compressor. So again, we're about around 10 pounds or so. Getting photobombed by a cat again. Sorry. But anyway, when I set this up, the compressor was at 100 pounds, and we dropped back to almost 90 in just a couple minutes. Not that that's a big air compressor. I did get some soap bubbles out, and I've soaped all my connections here. Again, sorry about the wind. It's been very windy. And I've soaped all my connections over here, and I'm not seeing any leaks, you know, here, or up here. So pretty sure that we're dealing with basically a pinhole leak. But I'm pretty sure still, unfortunately, that it's in the line. I do not want to deal with this right now. Okay, so it's Saturday now. It's about time to start digging. My propane company came out and marked my gas line for me. I painted the orange. I know orange isn't the right color for gas. It's the color or the color paint I had. And then, so got my propane line there. I'm going to go ahead and turn the valve off just to be on the safe side. And then right here, this line is the septic line coming out of my tank. So I need to stop there, or stop before I get to there, pull out, move behind it, and then take off again. Went and picked up new pipe a few days ago. That was painful. But it is what it is, and so I'm gonna get started digging here. Fortunately, I have friends with cool toys that don't mind me borrowing them, so that's what we're gonna dig it with. Well, I've still got a bit of hand digging to do. I need to widen that corner out a little bit. I definitely got into some roots up there. There used to be an old tree up there on the other side of the septic tank, but overall I'm pretty happy with that. The footage didn't turn out that great, but anybody that watches that actually runs equipment is probably cringing watching it, because I'm not really that good. But anyway, should work good enough for what I need to do. Well, I finally got the pipe laid in. I had to hand dig that section there, probably about 10 feet, because I was afraid to try to get in there any closer with the trencher. Can't remember if I said all this already or not, had a big old root right there that trencher did not like. So I had to hack all that out, and actually the bigger one, I don't know if you can see it, was right there. Had to chainsaw that. Had to hand dig this section where the drain line goes through. And then the last couple feet over here. So got a few feet extra. I wanted a few feet extra on each end. I didn't want too much extra because at $14.50 a foot, that adds up real quick. It is not hooked up at either end, it is just laying in. I am done for the day. I think I'm gonna call this video here and get all my crap cleaned up and go inside. So anyway, if you're still here, thanks for watching this disaster. Yeah, this pipe is not flexible. It is I don't know, probably 4.5 diameter. And this is the stuff that is completely filled with foam, so flexibility is not one of its traits. So I had to resort to the nuclear option to get it in there. We'll patch that in later once it's all hooked up. Yeah, anyway, again, if you're still here, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a good one.